front nine all week has been a bit of a struggle for me. You know, those first 7 holes have been pretty hard. You know, I just took it shot for shot after that. Shot really won the back 9 to come back and shoot a good round. I didn't really want to look at the scores. I just wanted to go out and play my game, and I wanted to make that lead card again. So I'm just happy that I did it, and I'm excited to play for tomorrow.
Pretty stoked. Threw a great shot on hole 1 that I got kind of like a lull in the wind. Took advantage of that, so I felt really good about that start. I knew with these conditions that an early cushion would be so freaking important. Looking at what I did afterwards, it was important. I've been getting pretty good breaks out there. I'm feeling the hometown love for sure, and the crowd is amazing. So no, tied for first after 3 is a good place to be.
Nothing really changes. I have a game plan. I think tomorrow looks like the nicest day, and I, like everyone else, love playing in nice weather, so I'm just going to go out there and have fun at my last round in New England for the year.
Definitely a little bit off the rhythm, you know, just kind of a little cold early, I feel like, because didn't really have a chance to go back out and warm back up. I think we did get out of there with some favorable conditions relative to some other people, so as a whole, it probably favored us to get away for 2 hours. With better conditions, you know, it'll be more like what we practice in, so I feel like everyone will be a little sharper out there and scores will definitely be lower.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final round front 9 coverage of the 2023 MVP Open presented by OTB. It all comes down to this, the final playoff event, the final push for points. Can you make it into the Pro Tour Championship? That's a theme that's going on today, but we're also out here to crown a champion here at MVP. Big Barri commentary, Jermey, Koling, Paul Ulibarri.
Yeah, it's good to be here. This is going to be more of a relaxing day as far as the wins.
No doubt.
And high anxiety might be because of a different reason, being the final day, push for the championship. Not as much stress, not much weeble wobble on the disc. Hopefully we'll be able to track these shots and see some good scores.
Well, the top course rated in the country on UDISC since 2021. Iconic in every way. We go to maybe one of the most iconic starting holes in the sport, hole 1. It's going to be led by Simon Lizotte and Calvin Heimburg, tied at 16 under. And they are followed just by 1 stroke by Eagle McMahon and Ben Callaway. As we take a look at some of these statistics, it's no surprise. I mean, Calvin Heimburg's leading the field in fairway hits. He's leading the field in C2 in regulation. And that's why he's here, because we've seen him just miss an incredible amount of opportunities on the green. And he's still tied for first place with the defending champion, Simon. Eagle McMahon trying to become a first-time champion here at MVP. Yep. And Ben Callaway, he has looked so good this week, hasn't he, Paul?
He really has. And minus a couple errors on an 18, he could really be in the driver's seat for this tournament. But a couple blemishes. Let's see if he can have a clean round in the final round.
And he's only missed 1 putt in the circle, so he's putting incredibly well. And think about how windy it was in round 3 to only have missed 1 opportunity for birdie in the circle is pretty incredible thus far. And you are looking at I don't know if we have individual hole rankings, but I think this might be the highest ranked individual hole.
It is, actually.
No.
Yeah, it was ranked the best starting hole.
Yes, amongst other starting holes, but I mean just like holes, just of all holes.
All holes? No, just
maybe not.
That's a little harsh.
I am very proud for this final round to introduce Leicester's finest, Chief Antanavica.
It's my honor and privilege to be here today and to be with such a robust group of people here to have fun and just knock it out of the park. So welcome to Leicester. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, what a
lean
shot.
Into it. All hip. Fire from the hip. All jokes aside, I've really appreciated the respect they've shown this week to service members and everyone that's that Steve Dodge has given the privilege and honor to throw the first shot of the day. Steve Dodge, obviously a huge part of Maple Hill community and family.
Huge part of the Pro Tour. The founder.
He started it. Simon Lizotte having no trouble throwing 550 plus. And why don't you go ahead and get pretty close to that road as well. That is just an absolute bomb.
Pretty funny, in 5 years, he won't have a shot into the green. You see that little tree he hit?
That thing is going to be
enormous. Calvin. I mean, these guys can put it inside 250, inside 200.
Oh, inside 200. 250 is not. No problem there. Calvin, strangely low release. This has got to really move to get over the water, which it does.
Yeah.
A lot of times you see those low shots get pushed down if there's any kind of wind.
I think Eagle, if he wanted to take it out over the trees on the left, could get there.
Could get a putt.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not kidding. 853, it's downhill enough that he's got that carry.
He does.
At least to get into the 750 range. That is so high. Is this flippy enough to keep turning? No, this is going to go pretty far left, which means access to the green is going to be difficult. He's going to be battling a lot of tall trees.
Yes. Surprising being that there's almost zero wind on this hole compared to yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what? The wind will be a factor in some places. Yes. It's not completely dormant, but it's not, I mean, it just seems like it is compared to what we dealt with yesterday.
Yeah. Breath of fresh air.
Totally. Very playable conditions.
Love this guy's swing.
Control, and there's a little bit of influence of some wind as you see the disc bouncing.
Look at this stripe show, Jerm.
Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, well, caught a little Christmas, but he'll be just fine.
Christmas is a good thing.
Yeah. What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
It's a good one.
Calvin pushing this one wide. This is going straight into the gallery. OB long. That will be a very long putt for par for Calvin. Early mistake. And Eagle, that's missing the line that he'd like. A lot of holes to the trees on the early side, but not exactly the birdie look he was hoping for. And Ben Callaway throws it out of bounds as well. 2 mistakes. Call it 2.5 with Eagles.
Now this is the one that's inside 200.
Yeah, this is so close. Simon, good chance to get an opening birdie. And that's left a little short, but still his putting stroke this week has been top notch.
Don't see him miss very often. This is a dangerous little guy here, though.
Finding one of the widest holes and hitting it down the middle.
Ben does have the power to give this a run, but it looks like he just threw a little bit of an upshot there. Calvin, looked pretty good.
This is the 4th most difficult hole of the day at a 4.06 average. To put in perspective of the conditions yesterday, as Simon looks over this birdie putt.
Perfect.
Yesterday, hole 1 in a shorter configuration of the hole was 7.13 average, which is harder, but it was only the 7th most difficult, meaning there was 6 holes harder than that. So that just tells you a little bit if you look into the numbers.
How tough it was yesterday.
It was brutal. And we are already going to start off with 2 bogeys on lead card. Surprising, those drives were good enough to imagine a 3 under for the group. A couple errant approaches, but Simon able to get the job done.
Could have been 4 under.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, Eagle could have gotten
fine.
aggressive, sure. Simon opening up a 2-shot lead with that birdie.
Hole 2, par 3, 381. Classic hole here at Maple Hill. Same shot shape for ever since I can remember, dating back to like 2007.
Yeah.
A couple things have changed. You got to get over that rock wall, not the one on the right. If you do that, you're going to take a penalty stroke. Put a little anhyzer on it and aim at the trees on the left, drift it in there. That's what they're looking to do.
Yeah, hole 2 and 13. Those are like the two holes that really haven't changed.
He needs some love. Ain't going to get it.
Oh, no, he's not. And that's going to be out of bounds, probably 45 feet or so short of the pin. A makeable putt for par, but not a putt you want to make or want to have to make.
This one is the one that you would like if you were a
get over the wall
disc golfer.
Yes. Beautiful, low-driven, barely moving from left to right, not really bringing anything into play except for the green.
If there wasn't a little hill there, that disc would have gone 480.
And this is looking really good. Yes, okay, now it's getting flat.
Go in. Oh, no. My goodness, Jerm. What the?
What is Calvin doing these days?
That's an eagle. This is an eagle. Oh, my goodness.
Dude is
2
just
inches.
out here headhunting aces. This is unreal what we're seeing from him this season. One of the best driving seasons I've ever seen from a player.
Ever.
Unreal. No idea we were about to see that.
Oh, this is just thrown really well.
Yep.
That's great. Jeez, a bunch of darts. Simon getting the only birdie on one, but he's probably giving that back to 3 birdies right here. He is one of those guys who seeks the highlight, though. This is way back there.
Yeah, back in deep C2, maybe even early C3. Gonna give back that birdie. Hopefully Ben is able to bounce back after his bogey off right side, and the stellar putting that has gotten him here fails him on the green.
Yeah, early too. Gotta get those early birdies.
Ben's been in podium contention several times in his career, but I don't know many times when he's been 1 stroke off the lead, right there square in the hunt for the win. So
Yeah.
there's some different pressure going into
Yeah,
the
Des
round.
Moines, I think he was kind of right there. I don't recall the stroke separation, but home crowd.
And I think he had a T2 finish at JomezPro, or at least he finished really well there. And in DDO, he's finished well. And some of these bigger bomber courses, but I don't know if really any course that we've seen that's technical like this, Ben has been in the mix. So I wonder if part of that miss was attributed to early lead card jitters. Gets us all. Just like that, we've got a 4-way tie for first place, including Matty O on chase card. Flying over hole 3, get over that wall there, otherwise you are out of bounds. Then you have to slowly drift from left to right with just enough stability to miss this big stump right there in the middle of the fairway and skip up to the basket on the left side. Miss that second stump as well. And the 80 before it.
Little ant. This needs to come back, Jerm.
It is moving right, but oh my goodness, just
hit a person.
Oh, it definitely hit somebody.
They kicked it. They kicked it down the hill. Oh no.
They're standing in a place where they just can't conceive that somebody could get their drive there that fast.
That's a bad spot to be standing, I think.
Calvin, that's the one you got to miss.
Yeah,
and
good
that's
shape.
Really good shape. And you see so many people who miss their line a little bit throw really great shots because they went inside that tree.
I like this shape, but I don't like how understable it is. Is it gonna fight back?
This gallery is inside C1. This is a bit irresponsible for the marshals there. I think they got to back them up a little bit more.
It is lead card. They are really good. But
they apparently can throw past the basket every once in a while.
this needs help. Not going to get it.
Not quite.
Great shape, though.
I love that shape. Just it needed to break just a tiny bit sooner.
Yeah.
And you can see what hitting that middle tree can do to a player. This is a long...
Oh, and he turned it. And he turned it perfectly.
Yes, he did. Great shot from Calvin. So he's got just a little bit of work left. I'm going to take just a moment to reiterate a request. I really would like to see a statistic that you can sort as the event plays out. 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Who has played the best on each hole? I want it to show a tab of who has the best score to par. And Paul Ulibarri would be doing very well on this hole.
Oh my gosh, so Eagle
Didn't
too.
know we were going to see Eagle throw it in from 70 up the hill, regardless of hitting the spectator.
Yeah, the spectator kicked it down there. Big Simon fan.
What a hit.
He doesn't care.
Oh my gosh. But Paul wouldn't mention it, but he shot 4 under on this hole. Congratulations, Paul. That's insanely
Thank you.
good.
One of them was a complete shank that was the greatest kick I've ever seen in my life. Here's Ben.
And
Benny, you
off
need to
left
make
side.
those. That's circle 2,
Yeah.
but at this point in the round, you got to make those. If you want a chance to win, that's huge momentum. Making a putt on 2 after the bogey, making a putt on 3.
It says a lot about where you're at, but it also tells the people that you're playing against where you're at. And
Exactly,
I think they're
yeah.
both important.
Momentum. A lot of players talk about momentum. It's a statistic that you can't put a number on.
The first couple of rounds, you're playing against the field.
Yeah.
Third round, you're still playing against the field, but you're really playing against the top 3 cards. Last round, you're essentially playing against lead card and maybe chase card a little bit.
Yeah. Hole 4, par 3, 246, baby gap. This is so fun because we never know what's going to be thrown off of
Totally.
this tee. It's dealer's choice. You just got to throw your straightest disc. Usually that's a putter, sidearm, or backhand, but we've been seeing people invent new ways to do it. Here's one of them.
Grenade.
Right down.
If this is dealer's choice, and this dealer's got a deck of jokers and wild cards.
Goodness, dude. Calm down. That's just inventing ways to beat everybody.
And then here comes a thumber or a flick roller. Of course, it's a thumber, but it's just like, why not?
Oh, I love the thumber play. Oh, sit. Okay, yeah, putting. And then we got...
It's just surprising to me to see a player like Calvin. I've never seen him throw a thumber before ever in my life, aside from this hole. That he could find the accuracy with that is impressive. Early tree kick left, Ben off to a slow start. Yeah, if there were ever a Simon backhand straight shot, the hole 4 would be it.
Yes.
Just barely missing the commitment just a bit, and you can see him give himself a little pep talk.
Plays here a lot. I would over under 5 aces on this hole for that guy.
You're asking me, or
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
asking you.
asking the field of viewers?
That's a good upshot there.
From this tee pad to this
Yeah.
basket, 4 or 5. I'm gonna say over.
It's a pretty good line, huh?
Yeah, it is. I have no clue.
Okay, but that's all out of the picture when you got putts like this. You gotta sneak it in.
Yes.
Oh, he didn't even want to look. He didn't even want to see that go in.
Don't need to.
Look at he's like,
Said this is as much as I need to see. I've seen enough. That's going in.
Calvin's putting stroke has looked a little sus as of late. Can he get one to fall?
Off left side. That's back edge of C1. Still, like you said about Ben's putt on 3. This is a situation. You have to make those. He's gotten away with it for long enough. And a good par save for Ben. Needed that one in a big way.
I was talking about it yesterday. If he keeps putting the way he's putting, final round, there's no win.
Yeah, you
for
can't
him.
just drive your way to a win if you can't convert on the 30 and ends.
Not in this field. Field's too deep these days.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you know, like a Felberg, Barry Schultz, they could win tournaments by a lot.
Just
by
off the tee.
By not making a lot of putts.
I mean, they would make a lot of putts,
Yeah,
but they
but-
didn't even need to.
Yeah. No, but they'd miss a fair amount, you know?
Mhm.
They were just putting a lot.
Yep.
Just like these guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've talked about it before, but the very most important statistic in our sport is C1 in regulation. Not your C1 putting, but how often are you getting to C1 in regulation and putting? And Calvin leads that statistic
Probably
by a mile.
Billion.
Onto the water hole, hole 5, one of the last easy birdies in quite a while. This is only 262 feet. Forehand for almost everyone, and you'll see a couple backhand turnovers. But so important to get the height and the width right, otherwise you will go to the drop zone, and
This
nobody
is
wants
dropping
that.
and going deep.
And
No.
that means Eagle will go to the drop zone, even though he crossed inbounds there. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how much the wind is blowing. That drop zone is incredibly intimidating. You have so little space on the left side of the basket to work with.
This looks deep too.
Or just not in bounds. Yeah, it just doesn't even turn over
had
enough.
the right weight, just didn't turn it enough.
A little force field over our lead group here on 5 so far.
5 can be a nightmare. It really can. I mean, this is a tough hole.
And Calvin maybe a bit intimidated, goes
Smart.
early, just
Smart. Grabbed a
avoid
couple strokes.
But the problem is sometimes you do that and you catch those early trees and you kick back into the water.
This looks good as long as it's not deep.
That's Heising in nice. Oh, off the basket. Wow, we are getting some good ace runs early.
Oh, and this is a tricky little play. I don't know if I like the backhand upshot from here.
Yeah, I mean, this can get scary.
Yes.
Stall?
I think it's good.
Oh,
my
that is
goodness, Jerm.
That makes my heart race.
Oh, I feel so bad for what he just went through.
I can very much relate to that feeling of anxiety. Simon.
Same thing, though.
Yeah.
I just like
That's such a good
You can
touch.
push the sidearm hyzer, give it height,
Yeah.
and go 25 right. There's not a lot
Right.
of wind.
Mhm.
Well, I say that, and look at those things flooding.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, not low. The line was pretty good. Just gave it a little bit too much oomph.
Yeah, I thought it was in.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
And that will be a devastating double bogey for Eagle McMahon, who was in first place going into the hole. And on the second easiest hole on the course, 2.65 average, he nearly doubles the scoring average with just one hole. Simon, a good bogey save, but that hurts.
Now Ben's like, I get a deuce here and gain 5 shots.
Wow.
No, 6 on the lead card.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was like, he only gained 3, but yes, total, yeah, you gained a lot on the
That's
card.
a lot, man.
Let's check in with what that does for him.
He's
Just one back with that hole. And Gossage into the mix now. But the field is quite tight, only 2 strokes separating quite a few players.
Well, at least you can kind of go after this one, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hole 6.
Deuce or die. And
3.
Most people are dying.
Yeah, 390. I mean, the sharpest teeth you're going to see on any hole ever. Hit the gap, out of bounds left, out of bounds right. Even a good shot can sometimes find its way out of bounds. Ben pulls it. Oh, that could be really bad.
Oh, no. Ugh.
Flippy eagle for Calvin. He's just a naughty guy for doing this all the time. I mean,
Oh, that's a brutal kick. That's a
it's
brutal kick
bad,
left.
That didn't go B, did it? No. That's a bad kick, but I'm at the point with this hole where I don't even consider it a par 3 because of the 6 that comes into play and the 5 that comes into play.
Yeah.
You hit the gap and you're going to scramble for a 3, you'll take it every single
Look
time.
at that line from Simon. Oh, my word, that was so pretty. And
That's okay.
yeah, you see that kick nearly every time with that forehand down the line. Don't ask me how I know. But that is such a nice shot, and he really got low and committed to the width and just the flat release. So nice.
Played with him second round as this one's turning, and great kick.
Oh,
Great kick.
was that off the wall?
Off a tree, I think.
Okay.
But Simon put it to 3 feet down the early side, which you don't think of him as a big sidearm player.
Well, he went away from it when he had that big arm injury, and when he came back to it, that's when he won OTB Open, and he threw some incredible forehands that week.
That's not a great spot for Ben.
Yeah, Ben's in a lot of trouble here. He needs to get up and down for the 5.
And that's why this hole is so dangerous.
Oh, no.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
Really?
I think he's trying to go down that way, making sure he's not taking 7.
Yeah.
But you go out of bounds, you don't hit the gap initially, and you kick right OB, it's a guaranteed 5.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
At best.
Yes. And you got to work hard for it. You got to work hard for your double bogey with one poor shot.
I mean, I guarantee the average is probably over par, right?
Oh, for sure. And Simon and Eagle both off with their looks, 3.27.
Oh, a
Average.
little lower
Yeah.
than I figured. I figured it'd be closer to 4 or 3.5.
And Calvin off left. In round 3, it averaged 3.76.
Wow.
which is tough.
So this is for the 5.
And that
Huge.
right there that's digging deep.
It really
That is digging deep right there. And he's going to give back a couple of those strokes that he just earned with the birdie on 5. But
Still be 3 back with 7, 8, 9. If he can cut in those holes, you have to cut it down to a couple. At least get 1.
the double bogey really hurts to hear, though.
If you can get within 2 going into the back 9, there's a lot of birdies to be had. Aside from 9, I feel like
you can get hot on the back 9. Excuse me.
10.
You can get hot on the back 9, but you can also go dormant. And,
for sure.
And like just not quite be. You can be knocking on the door for the birdie, but just can't quite find it. And we're gonna have our first chase card check-in with Aaron Gossage here on hole 8.
Well, we saw that he was already 4 under.
Yep. And this would get him to 17. And yeah, I think he's gonna make that one.
For 5 in a row.
Just how can you not like it? And we got Andrew Marweed here.
Coming off a bogey par stretch.
Liking the forehand here. Yes.
Yep. That'll do.
That'll do.
That sat in there like it was molded to the basket. That was beautiful.
So nice.
What a highlight. I was on the course and you could tell somebody just did something amazing. Loudest roar I've heard in a long
the A-holes,
time.
man. They are so loud.
Good, because Andrew is not.
Yeah, this is about as much a celebration as you're ever going to see. And thank you. Thank you for cheering for me. Humble player. And a good one at that.
What a putt, though, from Ben for the 5.
Yeah,
Our lead card is letting the rest of the field in.
no doubt. onto 7. This is such a hard hole for anyone who doesn't throw the fairway driver committed low hyzer flip up. I mean, that is the only shot to get any chance of getting a birdie, and you've got to be able to throw 450.
I think people get baited into throwing it from left to right, where if you can throw not this one.
Boy.
If it doesn't hit anything, that could go B.
That could kick forever.
But if you throw a hyzer flip that pushes left at the end, that's what you're looking for. You get baited into this straight shot and turns a little bit. There's guardians all on that right side.
Simon off early right side, just like Calvin. See if Eagle can make the correction.
Oh boy, this is not.
You're talking about the lead card letting the field in. This is just a lot of...
This is Ben's moment right here, though.
Yeah.
Seeing that, if he can stripe one. Oh, come on, baby. Get through. See how it's turning, though? It gets through, but that doesn't get close. And if you hit those trees right before the basket, it never stops. That slope, it kicks right, doesn't stop. Rolls all the way down the hill. So that's to be noted with these upshots as well.
Simon, this is going to be hyzering towards that slope and kicks the tree, like you said. That's going to be a very lengthy par putt. It's very difficult to save the par if you are out of position here on 7. Eagle with a good effort. Let's see.
Little roll. Not bad, though. Seen worse.
I think it's outside C1, though.
Yes.
And Calvin's just looking through the jungle here, trying to find something, and he has found something, but not what he wanted to find.
A little pulled. Easy to do when you don't have the right footing and you're just trying to spin it through the tiny gap. You can make a big mistake.
He'll be over par after 7. Just how many?
This looks great. I think he's got to look. He's got to. If he gets out from there.
Yeah, I mean, he's closer than Simon, but I don't know. I don't think he's that close at all. I think he's still deep C2.
Really?
I think so. I think he was still a ways back.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I mean, we'll have to see here in a moment. But either way, he's in trouble of taking a double bogey. And that will be the score for Calvin, and he's going to drop off.
Too many.
Yeah, too many.
This is a big putt here.
And that would be just huge for Ben once again in the moment where the rest of the card is struggling to step up and fill the gap a little bit with the poor play that we've seen.
Now Eagle can kind of do the same.
Oh, what a weird putt this is.
Oh, beautiful, though.
That's a lettering horse.
Yeah, taking pace off, showing the bottom of the flight plate to that gap so it pushes around the corner. That was a good touch because he has that zippy putt, you know?
Yeah, totally.
In order to get a putter to move in a 20-footer from right to left, you have to throw it soft with that nose up kind of.
Able to control his speed very well. Simon, another player. I think Simon would have made that putt look easy, just the way that he likes to put that nose up hyzer on it. Big numbers for our card. Great save for Eagle. This is so
surprising. Here's another chase card check-in.
Well, I mean, we're going to see a lot of these if this card's going to be doing this because the chase card is currently leading, and Aaron Gossage has just broken hole 9.
What?
That's a good drive if you're playing 9 short.
What?
That is unreal far.
Dude, this is
a hole that's playing like a par 5, and he has got 130 feet to the pin.
Whoa. Oh,
no. And throws it on the wall.
How dare you?
Oh, just like that. That is a huge letdown, but this is still for par, which is gaining strokes on the field. And he hits it. I mean, getting 9 done in 3 strokes, I don't care how many bogey strokes or OB strokes.
You didn't get up and down from there, Jerm. That is so sad. That was the greatest drive ever that anybody's going to throw for a long time on
No, I don't believe that he threw it that far. That is unbelievable.
He told me, I was talking to him in his practice rounds, he said, this is the type of hole where I just throw it as hard as I can and I don't even aim. I'm like, what? And he birdied it. Didn't he birdie it one of the rounds?
Yes, he did.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he did.
I like that strategy.
Well, even with the OB on 9, he is still leading the tournament by a stroke from chase card. And usually you see that start to develop come the back 9 at some point, but that was early thanks to the missteps from our lead group so far. See if we can get into a groove back onto the gettable hole 8.
These guys need to be careful because this is a 2-stroke swinger as well. What a late drifting shot
That was
a
beautiful throw.
All right.
I mean, I was like, oh no, he hasn't committed to a shot, but committed to it the perfect amount as it continued to move towards the basket the whole way.
Ben's in need of a birdie bad.
And this
Or
is
a
matching
1.
Eagles line.
Get down. Yep.
Very similar shots. Very well thrown from Ben. The choreography on the flag work is just exquisite.
Cinematic.
Chef's kiss.
All right. Yeah.
Just like
in.
that. Just like that.
Simon.
Oh, Simon.
Cheeky devil.
He is just all about the dramatics, isn't he?
He's just giggling.
He's an entertainer. I mean, that's just who he is to his core.
I'd watch him play disc golf. He's the one that I watch.
Yeah.
Play disc golf.
Yeah. He's the one that I watch.
Yeah. Oh no. This is. He likes
Again.
that corner.
Again.
likes that
Calvin
corner.
is just chilling in that bottom left corner.
But that's not good.
No, he's not happy about that.
14 under.
He's 2 over par.
Has to get on a birdie
He
streak.
needs to right the ship. Oh, no way. No. Unbelievable. And that was a decent effort from that distance. Just a really poor reaction off the cage. Ben also needed that birdie. Gets him within 3 of Gossage. Heimburg will follow up his double bogey with a bogey here on 8. And, I mean, he's not out of it, but he's certainly not really in it right now either. And that,
A different player, I would say, out, but he has the firepower to just get them all.
and he could just ace 4 holes in a row.
He really, eagle, what was it? 280-foot throw-in, 360 throw-in or something
Just
at Deglow.
2 out of 4 holes.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a fluke because he got the ace somewhere else, and then we're going right back to Gossage here, who is on a heater. Look at those last 6 holes.
And that should be green, Goss.
That should be 6 for 6.
Is it gonna flip up?
That's all you want if you're Aaron. You just want that thing to flip up flat a little bit. With his power,
my goodness.
no problem getting there.
I worry about his putt from there. If he's on the wall, though, he has that
Very low pitchy release, yeah.
just far enough back. It didn't affect him.
Gossage is on fire. I mean, that really should be 7 for 7. Wow.
Best streak we've seen so far in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin had that incredible round 3 where he was just, or was it round 2? It was round 2.
Yes, where he went 9
Yeah,
under.
he was just killing it. And then he had a couple bogeys that dropped him from 11 to 9 under. But yeah, what Aaron's doing on the front 9, we haven't seen anyone take care of the front 9 like that. The front 9 is the harder 9 to score on. And
Which is the shorter 9. It's really bizarre.
it's just got so many places where you can kick or go OB or find yourself in a spot that you know that no one's ever found before.
This is a great hole for the lead card. If they can somehow find a birdie, can go a long ways.
Eagle, this is incredibly high and has just got obliterated to the left side. Ben once again going with that mid-range play. And can't complain with that.
Goodness, that's good. And that gives him a backdoor route if he wants it. It really does. If you're just past that rock,
Yeah.
there's a shot to the green.
Very aggressive, completely blind, very scary, but it is possible. The shape exists.
Yes, you can just jam like a stable. Oh no, you can jam a stable putter
good
through the
camera
gap
work.
and just like hit the backside of the green. It's funny. Don't see that very often from Simon.
I thought you were saying you don't see good camera work from Josh. I didn't know what you were going for.
Oh no, Josh is really good at that.
He's the best. Calvin, this is going to be better than Aaron's drive. Oh boy, it's the same.
I think he's shorter.
Okay, it's not quite as good as Aaron's,
Well,
but for all intents and purposes, Calvin's drive over the hill, down the hill is unimaginably good. I wouldn't even believed it was possible if we didn't see Aaron do it just a few moments ago. What a recovery shot. If this slows down, oh my gosh, what a
Slows
recovery
down.
shot. I thought he might have been pushing it into the gallery.
Got a putt for
Perfectly
birdie.
pumps the brakes, goes down the hill. That is choice. The hole extends for Eagle, and he has only gone to an even worse spot. He's going to have to get incredibly imaginative and probably lucky to save the
Side-on
5.
roller. See where that got him. It looked like he kind of rushed it too. See this gap? You can throw something onto the green from here, but
I think
he decides to not to.
I think a forehand turnover would be the most logical way to get there with a flight.
I played with somebody who just threw a backhand fast driver and jammed it on the backside of the green. Just hit the stuff back there.
That's certainly in play. And now Eagle needs to get up and down to save the 5. This looks low. And it hits the wall. I guess we're showing the replay to see if the disc maybe crested that little... The OB line is the front edge of the wall.
Yeah.
And so if he crosses that in any way, then he gets to go across the creek. But either way, that putt, at best case scenario, would be for 6.
This needs to come out, and it just drops out of the sky.
Man, and once again, somebody gets over the hill. I don't care it's off to the left side of the fairway. Anyone in the world would take that drive and is unable to get their next shot onto the green. Meanwhile, Simon's trying to just ring it up while hitting the ground 15 feet off the tee box. That's an incredible scramble.
I feel like if you are... Oh, this is a mudfoot.
Sacrifice the comfort to try to get the extra inches here for the advantage. Unable to make the long putt, though.
I think you mentioned if it was like 30 to 70 feet shorter, then it would be very doable.
I think 70 feet would make the hole perfect, but that's just my opinion. And I have a lot of opinions that other people don't like.
Opinions are like butts. Oh, my goodness.
There's a really nice par. At Aaron and Calvin playing the hole very similar.
Exactly.
It's crazy how similar
It's
those
like
two
the
are.
easiest par ever. If you just make it over the hill, you're guaranteed a par.
Throw it OB, who cares?
Do we have a spotter here? Did Eagle was in? Was Eagle ever in over there? Where's the line?
And normally I would say, no way, Jose, but that thing jumped up. And very possible. I mean, if he hit the top corner of that, it very well could have crested.
If it's the front of it, he did for sure. Because we saw the nose of the disc over it.
That's right. And I mean, that's big call here. I mean, it's a tap in versus a nervy make.
This is a provisional.
Provisional, and this is low. And I don't really know what the provisional is for because it's not like they can use video evidence.
I think maybe they all just kind of want to go over there and look.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And so I think they're maybe giving him the benefit of crossing there. So it's either a 6 or a 7 for Eagle. That much we know.
That is the line. What happened was when he bounced off, so this plane bounced off like this.
I don't see physically how it would be possible to not do it.
Yeah. So when he, so what I'm saying is that it did like that. That is correct. That was my visual because the front of the front obviously went up like that. It didn't just bang down.
I think the rules director will have to make a ruling on it. You took a provisional, which was the right choice. The way it's defined in the caddy book is that this bit hit the wall and bounce OD, take it from the other side, any disc coming to rest on the top of the wall or inbounds. That doesn't really define where the line is.
The line's right.
It's going to have to be a decision. Right, exactly. So
if the disc lumps up, then it's safe. Right,
I totally didn't see. Right? I didn't see the shot at all. So
right,
that is the line.
Right.
Like every out of bounds line has to have line. So that is it.
But it doesn't have to like come directly. If you cross it all, then you can take it from where it was locked out.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yep.
But I didn't see the shot. Yeah,
you took the provisional. I'd say.
How do you?
If you guys
also want, I didn't.
You know those in. Correct.
Like on the last hole. Yeah, but there's
And we're going to go to a chase card check-in here. We've got Matt Oram now on the tee of 12.
Barely clearing the trees there.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
Sure is. He's at 17 under. He's trailing Gossage, who I believe still at this point is our current leader by 1 shot. Look at the last holes. Just that par on 11 and the OB stroke on 9.
Also really good.
Nice low driven forehand for Matty O. A little bit of a forward bounce off the base of the tree and inside C1. And a good angle here for Gossage to go backhand Anheuser. Good ground play.
Mm-hmm. Well done from both of them. See if they can convert here.
Both of these players playing incredibly well, and they're in fact both beating our lead card, and on top of that, both are famous for being right there in the hunt at so many tournaments and never quite closing the deal. And neither one of these guys have an Elite Series win yet. So certainly an interesting storyline going into the back 9 with Chase Card playing so well.
Goose is just obliterating that. And they did give Eagle the call there. So he did cross in there. He was able to take it from there, tap that in.
Okay, well, look at that. It is a 3-shot lead or deficit for our lead card behind Chase Card, but they do have 3 more holes to catch up to him. So they technically, Simon birdies those 3. He's just tied with these guys. But think about that. They're 3 strokes back of Chase Card after the front 9.
That's crazy.
That is just some incredible play from our Chase Card with the ace from Andrew Marweed. So a lot of great action going on right now all over the field. Certainly 9 holes, anything could happen. It's going to be incredibly exciting to see how this thing shakes out at the last playoff event. And still so many things are yet to be settled for placement in the Pro Tour Championship. I'm back for the back 9. See who wins this thing.